Hamilton, it's Miss Mays again. We're going to continue talking about text features. Yesterday, we talked about some of those text features, and you worked on identifying what information those text features help provide the reader. So what is the purpose of them? What do they do for us? Again, here's our anchor chart, and I will put this on the Google Slides for your reference. And we know nonfiction text is true. It states facts. It provides the reader with facts and information about a topic or subject, and it often includes different types of text features that provide the reader with additional information. So yesterday, we talked about headings, and we know that headings tell the reader what the section of the text is going to be about. It's the topic. So what the section of the text is going to be about. We talked about subheadings, and this is a secondary heading used to divide the subject into more specific subcategories. So here, the topic is all about frogs, right? The topic is they're going to be telling us about frogs. Now, the subheadings is adaptability. So in this section, it's going to discuss or talk about how frogs adapt or how they change. So it's the main idea of this section, what this section is talking about. We talked about keywords. Those are important words that are often bold. They might be highlighted or italicized, and those are usually vocabulary words, important words. We talked about photographs and how that's just a picture of what something looks like in real life. We talked about how captions provide us additional information about photographs, and maps. And maps are just pictures that show the location of things or places. So we're going to add to our toolbox today, our text feature toolbox. Are you ready? Today, we are going to be talking about a title page. So the title page is just the first page inside a book. It tells us the title, the author, and the publisher information. Table of contents. Now you might be thinking, hey, I know about those things, and often we see all of that in our science books. So again, the title page is just that first page. It tells us the title of the book, tells us who the author is and where it was published. Table of contents. The table of contents tells the headings or chapters and the page number of each section of the book. So here, investigation, origin of seeds, the reason for fruit. We know that if we want to find out what page the chapter reason for fruit starts on, we can go to the table of contents and look, and it would start on page 3. You're thinking, Miss Mays, I already know this stuff. And I'm sure you do. Next, we're going to be talking about the index. Now, the index, a lot of people don't utilize this anymore or use it. So an index is at the back of the book. And an index is alphabetical listing of the subjects, people, and places found in the text. For example, if I want to know about larva, I would go to L because larva starts with L, and I would find the word larva, and I can see that this book discusses the subject larva on pages 28 and 29. Now the glossary, I always tell my students, this is like your mini dictionary at the back of the book. A glossary is also in alphabetical order, and it lists the word and the definition for that word. So if I wanted to know what the word evidence meant, I could turn to the glossary and find the word evidence, and it means data used to support claims. Evidence is based on observations and scientific data. So the glossary is very handy. It's like your mini dictionary. Our next text feature is a diagram. So a diagram is just an image that shows the important parts of an object. So here we have a picture of a frog, and this diagram is labeled back, hind legs. So it's showing us where the hind legs are, eyes, and front legs. So that goes to our next text feature, labels. Diagrams and labels go hand in hand. So the labels tell the name of certain parts of the photograph or illustration. So it identifies the parts. the parts in the picture on our diagram. So labels tell the name of certain parts of the photograph or illustration. So here it's telling us the parts of the eye, the pupil, the iris, and sclera. A sidebar. Now, a sidebar is just additional information related to the topic or picture that is usually located at the side of the page. So it just gives the reader additional information. A graph. Graphs provide readers with information, and the information is shown in a visual way so that we can see it. So it is more easily understood. So here, if you look at it, says the title of the graph is Animals Found in the Pond. I can look and say, okay, well, how many ducks were found in the pond? I can use this bar graph to identify that there were 3 ducks in the pond. So graphs just gives us a visual, a way for us to easily understand the information. Charts or tables. Again, it's a visual for us. The information shown in a visual way and often used to compare data. So I can look at the pie graph, and I can also, pie chart, and I can also look at the table, and it provides us with information. And if we needed to, we could look at this chart and table and compare the information. So again, it's just a nice visual for us. Timeline. So it shows us important events in chronological order. So that means the order in which they happen. So if you look at the timeline of the frog growth, 6 to 9 days, the egg is fertilized. In 7 to 10 days, a tadpole hatches. 4 weeks, tadpoles begin to swim. 9 to 6 weeks, gills disappear. 12 weeks, legs sprout. That means legs develop. And then 12 to 16 weeks, body enlarges, tail shortens, and then growth cycle complete. So remember, timelines provide us events in chronological order. So that means in the order in which they happen. Bullets are also a text feature, and they are used to organize information into a list. So here it says amphibian types, frogs, toads, newts, salamanders, and caecilians. So bullets are just used as a way to organize information into lists. The last one I want to talk about today is the hyperlink. So a hyperlink is a digital link that points the reader to additional information on a website or in a file. So it says this website is an excellent source of kid-friendly information on frogs. So again, it just gives us the website that would provide us with additional information. So hyperlink is just a digital link that provides the reader with additional information. So we would just click on that and away we go to find out more facts about frogs. So today what you're going to do is you're going to work on identifying these text features. I have some Google Slides that have the text features. They have the definition of the text feature, what it provides for the reader. Again, if you need to, watch this video again. It will help you understand what these text features are and what they provide to the reader. Have a great day, Hamilton. I know you're going to do an amazing job.